time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rapid Riders. We are the Fumble folks streaming a long-form campaign. I'm Sam, I am your dungeon master. And we are all mesmerized by our amazing brand new backdrop. Oh, it's so
And
cool.
you will believe.
That is very good.
All credits to Bree for this. This is fantastic. I know this took them time and it's worth it. Look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah, apologies for the loud noises, but
Oh,
so
good.
So good, Brie.
well, let Bree introduce themselves as the first about that.
Cool. Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Dyanna. There she is. Dyanna is now warm and not cold. It's fine. She's a sun elf, bard of eloquence / blade singer wizard. Yeah. That's it.
First time.
I know. I don't know what else to say.
No needed. Very good.
She's just nice.
Let's go. New layout. We'll go over. she has just
In the process of getting laid.
Is in the process. Let's follow up the new.
Really?
Oh, stay away!
Some things don't change.
Got a half a door
See how
on
nicely you
in the
go,
DM
right?
and the door in place.
I'm in both places at once.
So your wall is the same color as this wall, so.
And I'm back.
Some things don't change.
Oh, now they are Adoran. And now they're a Sam. There we go.
It was Twitch punishing me for trying to break the order. Not Twitch, Discord.
Yeah.
We'll stick to our old order then. Ben, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ben. I'm playing Zeke Boomdiggles, the half gnome, half dwarf, half monk, half warlock. Apparently looking a bit blue steel lately.
Yeah.
He's not trying to, but in his old age, apparently he's becoming a minor little bit of a sex symbol.
Got that. He's off the alcohol. He's looking clean.
Yeah.
New hair.
Catching up with all the attractive people in the rest of the group.
Okay. Doran.
Hello, I am Doran. I'm playing everyone's favorite muscle-bound mutant named Halite. He he is 8 foot tall, as dumb as a sack of dirt, and he's a fighter, he's a barbarian, he's a rogue. What next?
Who knows?
Also,
Ever next.
Diana's X, you always put that one in there.
and also Diana's X.
Yeah,
Also-
that's the fourth multi-class.
Also, I have
all, I feel.
announcement. I have the world's biggest fan. It's just very far away.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the world's biggest fan. It's just very far away.
Can you turn it on, please, Doran?
Sure, I can turn it on.
Charles,
Really
it'd
hot-
be really
really
funny
hope-
if we had a comedy setup string on his cap, so it just blew back as he turned. Oh.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
So powerful. It actually is quite strong. I'm not exaggerating. It's quite strong. Sorry. Carry on with the original scheduled programming.
Okay, I will. Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Taxes, the once the only rogue of the group. Not only monk.
Bleh.
I can't. My mouth doesn't want to work. Let me do. Hi, I'm Sarah.
Nice, we'll edit it. Oh, wait.
No!
We're live.
We'll do it live! We'll do it live!
Let's go. I play Taxes. Was once the only rogue of the group, but still no longer the rogue of the group. Is also the way of the sky monk. Also the only human of the group. Done.
Done.
I like human too.
Fuck you.
You're 8 foot!
Still human from the inside.
Nah.
And last but not least, Phil.
Hello, I'm Phil, and I am playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot, who is a little range boy, little part halfling, part dew elf. He's the ranger of the party, and I've made a grave error. I have not brought any prop birds with me today. Hold on, hang on, hold on. This is important. There's a penguin doorstop, so there we go. All right, so there is.
Good.
I mean, Dewey's probably never seen a penguin, but you know,
Probably.
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna-
That's what the battle. That's what the battle goose looks like.
battle goose.
He just assumes that's
Oh,
what
penguin.
Faybirds look like, as penguin.
Oh, I forgot the battle goose, but meows like a cat. I forgot.
He is,
But looks like a penguin. With a scarf.
Yeah.
He's a swarmkeeper, so he has a flock of birds that he uses to do many things. To help around the house, help around the garden, and help the party defeat enemies by murdering. Murder penguin!
Murder
If you were easily recognized before.
So, in the case is clear, it's a bit of a silly vibe today, but I think
We're
we'll
in
continue.
the mood.
We're in a silly mood. It's too hot to be anything but silly. It's silly hot. But the party are chilly cold in the snow of winter in the town of Burrafirth. Just on the outskirts in a small farmstead. Most of them hiding in one barn, 2 of them hiding in another.
Can call it that.
To rest for the evening whilst they make a plan of what to do in the morning. They have the evening to themselves, some of them not to themselves, some of them very much not alone. Anybody else doing anything before they sleep this evening? Some talk about watches that were planned.
I am the person on first watch, and I am waiting for these 2 to come back.
Mm-hmm. You did not see where they went. I will say there's no way.
It doesn't matter. I need to know that they're coming back, or I'm going to have to go find them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Because they're 2 members of the party that have just disappeared.
Come on, put 2
Okay.
together.
Out a word.
Yeah, I know, but there's only so many hours that he can go for after walking all day.
Say, make me a perception check.
Garrick rolled a natural 20 last time on his stealth.
He did. That was to stealth around the house. How stealthy he's being currently is up for debate. A 5 on your perception check. But, like, from where you're...
Can I flavour it as I don't want to know where they are?
I'm going to say to a certain degree, deep down, you don't want to know where they are.
Thank you.
And there's another reason, perhaps. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Not good.
If he fails, does he hear us?
Takes damage.
6.
He definitely, he takes psychic damage.
Trauma.
Oh,
Trauma
no.
damage.
Okay. The rest of the watch goes without any particular issue.
It does.
They do not return. I would not think they return anyway. Garrick is not in presence of mind to send a message to let you know that they are okay.
I'm gonna get the bird to go looking for them.
Cool. Make me a perception check for your bird.
Come on,
As
bird
a
boy.
Scarred and bedraggled raven soars through the air over the farmstead.
13. Better.
13.
Not great, but better.
No, I'm going to say Garrick is not trying to be particularly stealthy. By the sort of the end of the watch, you can see through some of like broken rafters. They have found some tasteful furs and sheets, but they are in the barn next to you. And assuming either asleep or just in cuddles, or both.
Oh.
Yeah. It's cold.
It is cold.
And until they come back, I'm going to sit up for extra watch, because someone needs to keep an eye to make sure that they're okay as well. So Scar is just going to keep an eye out on either side of that barn, and I'm going to try and push through.
Okay.
Until they come back.
Buddy, be strong.
At some point. Yeah. They try to be particularly stealthy as they watch. Are you trying to get Scar to be stealthy as they are watching?
He's not watching them, he is just...
watching the barn in general.
Yeah, he is just perched on top of my barn, watching their barn, basically.
Right, okay.
Make sure that no one is coming towards...
Yeah, I'll say there's no way that they could spot the raven out on patrol as well. Okay.
I have absolutely no interest in watching the hets have sex.
Fair enough. Yeah, you do not know if this is the cuddle at the end or the cuddle break.
Exactly.
There, enough. If you're going to stay up, there's a chance you push yourself to exhaustion. I'm going to ask for a constitution check.
Who can
just for the going through that next watch.
Yeah, I suppose you because the next two people are going to be like, well, I'm going to go to sleep.
You would need to wake them up in order to sort of get them to...
Well, it's literally, who do I wake up? The person who can't see in the dark? Huh. Or do I wake up the one person who's part of the love square, or the other person who's part of the love square?
Love square?
So I'm going to stay up.
Probably the one that can't see. The perception checks for, that's ultimately that's going to help Dewey. He's too innocent to see such things.
Absolute lie.
It's a 10.
Cover his eyes!
On a con save.
For this first watch, just enough to... Now on a 10, by the end of it, you realise you're not going to get enough sleep, but just on a 10, pushing yourself to stay up awake through the night. I'm assuming even the stamina of elves runs out at some point. Do you try and make your way back to the barn? No. Okay.
I fall
In that
asleep,
case-
but I'm going to be selfish.
They stay there. They stay away. They don't look like they're in any particular danger. I'll put it like that.
Go ahead.
No.
Garrick will whisper that should we send a message just to let them know we're safe?
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he will kiss your cheek and will pull out a copper wire and just goes to look through the rafters until he spots. Are you like eyes permanently on the barn? Or you...
No, flicking back and forth between them every couple of minutes.
Cool. When he spots you and sees roughly where you are on the watch, you hear in your head, we're going to be fine. You don't need to... We're okay. We're here. We're just in the other barn. Probably spotted us.
You don't need to explain everything, you know.
We're going to stay here. We'll be fine.
I will put Milo on the roof of the barn. And then go to sleep.
Because before, Milo was just staring at you, picking his butt.
Is that a copper wire in your pocket? You just haven't seen me.
You see me?
Yeah.
So literally the only person I can wake up is the person too innocent to be seeing any of this.
Such a lie. He's like 20.
He's still a child.
More innocent.
He's like
older than taxes.
You hung out with you have hung out with a
innocent.
professional prostitute for 2 years.
You did. Guilty.
I don't regret it.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that. So I'm just gonna wake up Dewey and just be like, meh.
okay, yeah, sure.
Just gonna look at you like quite heavy bags into the eyes and just go, "You'll watch."
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. All right.
Sun's coming up, and I'm just gonna literally just lay down in the spot where I was. Doesn't really matter whether I'm on strolls or not. Just
Dewey looks across to where you had earlier prepared a bed, which is feet away, and is okay.
far too much effort to get there.
I will use Mage Hand to get a handful of birds to just fly like some kind of like rolled up thing for a pillow. Just lift your head up and put it on, and then go and take watch.
It's a little uncomfortable because there's no hair to lift, so the bird claws have to lift your head whole.
No.
Oh, my beard. Beard pulls your neck down.
I lift his head up.
Okay.
Like grabbing him by the eye, like the if you've got eye rings.
By the eyelid.
Just probably it's probably fun for Bree, who has recently had her eyebrow pierced. So.
Perfect.
But yes, I will commence watch.
Yeah.
As a note, Halite is currently like full like Wicked Witch of the Westing it, and you can just see his like feet poking out like a giant stack of hay bales. Like he's just underneath. Like, you can just see his feet.
Hard to breathe, but it's warming.
Was he like next to him and then just like in his sleep like pulled a load of hay bales over him like a blanket?
Every now and then you just see an eruption of like hay just burst up from like where he's breathing like an orc of its surface. As he takes a big snore out. Lovely. Make a perception check for me. It's going to be dim light by this point.
Yeah. Still, thankfully, Dewey's perception is ludicrous. So that is the lowest roll is 21.
Insane.
Rolled a 17 and an 11.
You take a surveil. You see the other two through like the hole in the barn. You didn't see anything specifically other than they are cuddled up underneath some tarps that were in there.
That's cute.
Asleep. They get their long
Having
rest.
a nap and nothing else.
You hear the sound of the wind from this high up. There is a little bit of snow falling to a point where you can see the prison in the distance, but you can't make out much like individual things going on through the sort of haze that the snow creates. With that 21, maybe half an hour before the end of your watch, you begin to see lights turning on inside the farmhouse, little oil lanterns in the window.
Okay.
These people rise early.
Farmers. Okay.
Whether they're going to do anything, but clearly, you look around, there's not a lot of farm work to do other than make sure the animals are fed.
I imagine not. Do they have like livestock? Like
They do in the barn that Garrick and Dyanna are sleeping in. As you are contemplating this,
Question.
Dyanna,
Yeah.
what are you dreaming of at this moment?
What am I dreaming?
Yeah.
Do I need to? I don't know.
Is there like a general thing, or just anything and everything?
Whatever. Don't know. No.
I'll say whatever you're dreaming of, the sort of the vagary of it. At some point, you sort of notice a door and walk through. You suddenly recognise that you're in a room. It feels like you're quite high up, and it's quite modestly appointed. You can see that there are a couple of stools, a couple of tables, a big black chalkboard. It feels a lot more vivid than whatever you were just in. You suddenly feel like your senses a little bit more. And walking through another door on the other side of the room, you see Reluctantsheep. Through. Good, this is working. Hello.
Oh.
Yes, good.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? I have brought you here. Remember when I asked if you could dream?
Yeah.
This is why.
Oh.
I'm casting a spell right now that creates a space that I control. That allows us to communicate, and also, to a certain degree, he just waves a hand and you see, like, books begin to turn pages in the corner. They're all blank, but you know. We need to work on you being able to teleport.
Yes.
This was something we were going to do. I've obviously been quiet a few days. I do apologize about that. Just trying to make sure nobody is watching me while I sleep. Feel fairly confident now. I have my familiar watching.
Okay.
We don't have much time. It is near dawn.
Okay. Is this
What
like?
I would...
Am I gonna like wake up tired or something? Like.
No. Within the dream, you'll still be able to rest your body. Your magic will recover as well. Maybe if we went all night in this, it might be more difficult, but I don't think I can sustain the spell for that long.
Okay, cool.
As long as you've not been doing strenuous activity throughout the night, we should be fine. Sure. Okay. He turns to the blackboard and says, okay, what abilities to move yourself, teleport, do you already possess? Natural, learned, bardic, wizard, anything?
You caught me off guard, Sam. I don't have anything up. No. I can walk and I can run.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I can like do this like slide. I don't know, I hurt myself.
Well, that's a great start.
Also, I got my packaging up. What can I do? I can do a thing. It's called Vortex Walk. I could do that.
Vortex Walk.
I can also be invisible and then walk places. I don't know if that counts.
Invisibility is not going to be as important. Describe vortex walking to me.
Vortex
Walk.
walk. You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range, and the range is 90 foot. Has anyone actually checked if this is...
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay.
It's not homebrew, it's a brand new spell from
It's Strixhaven.
Oh yeah, cool. The target must
yeah.
succeed on a Constitution saving throw. It can choose to fail, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
Excellent. He writes the Vortex Warp. He does a picture of a sort of generic person, and then an arrow, and then being another space. So, you are aware that this is in the school of conjuration.
Uh-huh.
We're not moving him from one space, pushing him into the other. We are in the other space and pulling them there. So when one teleports themselves, they have to imagine the other space. Often they have to have great knowledge of the space. They have to have specific runes of the space. That's how teleportation circle works. Or you have to literally be able to see it in front of you. A lot of short-range spells work there. You have to picture yourself pulling either yourself or your foe, in this case, from that space, from wherever they are, into the new space. It's not a push, it's a pull.
Okay.
The way that this is made easier is with the ley lines. By converting them into magic, they are able to follow along the path, the weaker parts of the ley lines, and arrive in the new space. You will find a lot of old spells relied on simply the ley lines. There wasn't a way to transport before people learned how to make teleportation circles and bind their arrival point in that way. Teleportation was an incredibly difficult thing to do, and usually relied entirely on arriving at some area where ley lines were more powerful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know I didn't study this too much.
No, you were somewhere else.
No. My understanding of my own spell comes from what Tatuna allows me to innately feel. So when I feel this, I picture the circle in my mind as though it is arranged, and I pull myself into the ley lines and keep pulling until I emerge there. I've only transported myself. I know technically I can do more than myself, but so far that is all I've done. So we need to figure out how my understanding of that innate pulling can be translated to your bardic knowledge. And
Okay.
with that, there's all the writing on the board in front of you. So you're going to have to describe to me what it feels like to cast a spell as a bard. And as you work together as two mages with very different sources of power, one of them multiple sources of power,
What's it feel like for you?
It feels like I am fully giving up control for a moment and relying on my patron to help. Which they have.
Good. It's not that different. But it's like you get something that is that you love, and you can like music or poetry or it's just something like it could even be something like a beautiful view, right? And you're overcome with this emotion. And it's almost as if you can't control it either. It just, the emotion turns into the magic.
He's writing all this down, emotion into magic stuff. I have felt a similar thing, and there's similarities now with Lelik and Dyanna as you're slowly figuring out how his casting of it could be translated. Okay, so if we focus on the emotion, you're focusing on the emotion that draws you joy, whereas I'm focusing generally on emotions and appeal to power to a certain sense. So, and then he's beginning to, and you realize in this moment, you're almost writing a new spell. Something that is bardic based and will get you to a teleportation circle. It's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be pretty, but you're starting to lay the groundwork. He's looking at it as you're sort of my time, these spells about to fade. This will stay here. I should be able to memorize most of this. We are going to need materials in order to create this. And there's only one place I know in the Empire, near you, or anywhere near you, where those materials haven't been destroyed and burned. I'm not a huge fan of going back there, yes. But it's the only place we're going to find resources we need to make this into something that will work. Unless you can think of anywhere else, or you have suggestions, but it might even give us more information. I remember that a lot of different collaborations between spellcasters happened like this. You might even find somebody who's already done what we're trying to do.
You think there are people still there?
I don't think there are people still there. I think maybe they didn't burn all the knowledge.
Hopefully not. That would be a waste.
Sorry, was that the ruins is where
the
they
ruins
go
of
for
the
this? Yeah.
towers.
I can't wait to get the flight through one of Dyanna's new teleportation powers. We all just come. We are
the rapid rider. We are one being.
As a giant meatball.
It's like powering just goes wrong at the end.
Everyone has a giant meatball and a pair of halite legs to keep
Only thing that survived untouched.
Well, they need to walk.
Cool. I think as you realise his magic is fading, you sort of see the walls beginning to fade, like bricks begin to curl backwards into nothingness. As you think you maybe have a couple minutes left.
Can I memorize as much as I can and memorize the components that we might need?
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of special inks and paper, much as a wizard would for copying and writing spell scrolls. You're going to need some gem dust. It's going to be useful to have. And you're going to need some kind of focus, and you're working on together how that is going to work best. It's going to have to be ideally something emotionally important to you, as a way of channeling your emotions, but also maybe something that can produce a sound, at least a tone in the way that your bardic magic will interact with it as well. Okay. It's all very theoretical words on the board at the moment. It's if we're going to write the spell, we need this. If we're going to channel it into affecting more than one person, the gem dust is probably going to have to be surrounding everybody it needs to affect in some way. And if it's going to work at all to translate this spell from the way I know how to do it into the way you might be able to do it, then we need something that bridges that gap from Bard into the sort of Warlock side.
Yeah.
Cool. The last sort of bricks are fading away because I didn't know that your mother altered the book curse. I'd very much like to talk to her about why she did it at some point. I don't even feel angry about it. I just need to know why.
Yeah, I get that.
I do know she was a brilliant woman.
It's okay to feel angry.
More confusion.
Yeah.
I feel angry at different people.
Yes. Yeah. Some other people definitely sort of trumps the...
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Bastard who killed all of my friends and family and then resurrected me to serve them. That's the one that's eking it out.
That's the top bastard right there.
A few seconds as the last bricks beneath your feet give way and you are awake.
I will wake up and then having that knowledge sort of going around in my head, and I will look for like a piece of paper or something. I don't think we brought anything with us actually. Well,
Probably not too much.
Writing on Garrick's forehead.
Still, hold still. Tattoo, more tattoos.
Yeah. Well, I assume we had our stuff with us, which means
you probably would have had like
I have paper.
anything that you could have in like a pouch on you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of to reach over to your clothes in the pouch, and yeah. As you are doing this, Phil.
So, can I just interject a moment before, like, Dyanna wants to start writing that down, and say that as she comes awake, there is a sparrow, like, right next to her face. Because I have cast Animal Messenger, where I send the bird, and it speaks with my voice. It says, farmers are awake. They're probably going to come in and feed the livestock in this barn. Like, it flies off.
Yep. I'm awake.
Cool. And then proceeds to find some paper and like literally write it down.
Yep. He throws his trousers on, throws his kit on. You guys are.
Do that. No, she does.
Writing as fast as you can. Completely. Cool. You are able to get out of there before a good half hour later. You see the farmer waking up. You see that they go to the far side barn, where you know from your previous scouting there's probably like indent housing. And from out of there, you see a giantkin individual comes out, and you watch as they are pulling like a big wheelbarrow behind them. As long as people stay relatively out of the way, they load up some hay from the one barn and take it to the dairy cows in the other, before they return to the main farmhouse for any other chores that they have during the day.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah. Do we have any of those propaganda leaflets left?
I'm gonna say you made lots.
Yeah.
They wouldn't all have got bird bombed. If not, you can knock one up quite quickly. You probably remember most of what's on there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just good to know. Yeah. No, don't do that. This is absolutely a bad idea.
But a new day is yours.
Yeah. Did you say the giant kin was like going into the barn that we were into, or?
So if you take a peek at the roadway, it's not important for the stream, but I'll put you on a map.
Okay.
If we call them barns 1, 2, and 3, most of you are in barn 1. Barn 2 was where Dyanna and Garrick spent the night with the farm animals, and the far side of it. And then barn 3 is where it looks like it's indent housing.
Okay.
It's a very quick map.
I actually do have the map.
Yeah, day is yours. New day. Snow has stopped falling.
Staying asleep until they wake me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll make sure. I'll make sure Zeke is. If I was the last watch, then I'll make sure Zeke is the last to be woken up.
It's still going to be, unless you wish to try and sleep for another 2 hours into the day.
I don't know what we're doing yet, so.
Essentially, yeah, if you sleep for another 2 hours, you might get rid of that level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you'll have had the full 6 hours. Otherwise, you're going to be facing the day exhausted.
Yep.
We can like keep him asleep until. Yeah, we need to go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, if you are choosing to do that and lay low, are you having any conversations as you're waiting this bar without Zeke?
Where can we go where we'll avoid?
Oh, yeah. I was sort of doing the stream a second. So the indents live over at the number 3.
Yeah.
And we're in number 2.
You're in number 1. Number 2 is one of the farm animals. Yeah.
And sorry, the indents are going to number 2.
One indent has been to number 1. Got a bunch of hay and fed it to the animals in number 2.
Did you hide? Did we hide?
I said it's basically easy enough for you to hide in the rafters up above and not be seen. I wasn't going to make a stealth check.
That's why I insisted that we stayed upstairs rather than on the ground floor.
Okay. And any humans around?
Make a perception check.
Is it daylight?
It is daylight.
Yay. Why is that so low? Oh man. 15.
15.
Oh yeah, I know, I just got +2.
You can see stepping out of the farmhouse a older gentleman. He looks like he's got a little bit of hair left, but he's got a bit of a flat cap on the top of his head. Big vest, suspenders, and then a big heavy coat on top of it for the winter. He looks like he has a crossbow slung over his arm, and there is this very slobbery, what looks like a hound dog next to him. He seems to stretch a little bit in the area where he's standing in a sort of courtyard area before he sort of goes not too close, but it goes just in between the farmhouse and number 2, working his way around off the beaten path across the farmlands. As you watch him, you see that he sort of takes up a position somewhere in the farmlands and seems to be shooting down crows that he can get.
Okay.
He takes a while to pick places. Occasionally he will move. It looks like he's getting further and further away from the farmhouse as he goes. Looks like the birds are used to not being right next to the farmhouse, and he has to go a little distance in order to clear them off his land.
For one crow in particular.
One crow, yeah. So as we were kind of waiting for Zeke to sleep, I gotta sort of get the propaganda leaflets out of the bag of holding, and just sort of hold them and look at them and just thinking. And maybe make a couple more. Just gonna sit on that for a minute. Just kind of just like this and yeah, that's it.
If you're doing that, anybody else doing anything whilst we're waiting for Zeke to wake up?
Exercising.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, I would go.
First 2 hours, maybe about half an hour in, you see a couple of indents, that same giantkin, and what looks like a half-elf of some description, but you're not quite sure what the other half is, begin making their way towards your barn.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Are you wishing to stealth? Are you wishing to meet them?
Feel like we should stealth.
God, can I? Okay. Shit. Yeah.
I
know. Is there
Go on.
somewhere I can hide a leaflet that's obvious? Look, it's
a paradox.
There's plenty of places you can find it that's obvious. And you could nail it to the door if you wanted.
Hiding would be in the haystack, literally. somewhere like on a pitchfork or like somewhere
Yeah,
where it's not
Old pitchforks. Most of them are like wooden pitchforks. They don't have a. Actually, no. If they're right next to Burrafirth, they have iron
I'm gonna say, what the
in
fuck?
supply. Yeah.
Somewhere not obvious, but somewhere where
Okay. Okay. Make me. I'm going to call this an investigation or an insight check. In like, you either like, where would my eyes be drawn, or where as a person would I think to look?
Okay. And I'm not being super subtle about it. If anyone actually wants to say anything at any point. Oh no!
What did you get?
Why? I know what you're doing.
You
You're just looking around the thing like this, like.
You're looking around for ages. You begin to hear the door creak open behind. You just jam it on a pitchfork that is like right. No, you put it on the floor. You jam a pitchfork onto it, and you try and dial off in time in order to not be seen yourself. Can everybody make a stealth check, please? Not including Zeke, because you're.
Dress.
Are you absolutely fucking kidding me?
Oh no, not 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the
no.
one.
Hey.
It's
That's
the
a natural
one. You know
one.
what? It's fine. Can I take that as a solo thing, and everyone else can, because they're up there. It's fine. Everything is fine.
I'm gonna fumble rule this
Yeah.
session work here. 2 natural ones in a row. Oh, your dice hate you.
This is the good one as well. It's just,
Oh.
it's just had a bit of a time.
It was the good one.
How did everybody else do?
18.
18.
I like him wearing his armor.
26.
26.
Me too.
I'm
22.
a rogue.
Garrett's fine. PlayStation's fine. Okay. You the door creaking. You begin to like climb up the ladder as you realise there's just no time. You won't get up there.
I'll stay down there. And
Okay.
I'll hide somewhere.
Are you wearing armor? Are you wearing armaments of any kind?
I suppose I would be, yeah.
Okay.
I'm wearing
Your elven chainmail.
Sort of what you're
Elven
wearing on
chainmail.
our. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You. You with your golden dragon sword and your elven mail. Turn around as these 2 individuals come in. I'm telling you, I just don't understand. You see a giant kin man, and you see what at this point is a half sun elf, half human, who are just sort of looking at you. They begin to slowly close the door.
I run over.
Okay. You ran over and they probably look they're shocked and don't close the doors. They were like beginning to just
Excuse me.
nope out of the situation. Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You shouldn't be here.
Nope. I know. You forgot your flyer.
Okay.
Okay.
This sun elf, half sun elf, half human, goes over to the flyer. It takes, fucking strength check. Yeah, they pull out the pitchfork. It's still on there. They have to like slide it off. They give you like a nod from holding it. They glance down and look at what it is.
Oh, is this? Can I roll an insight check? Can I gauge this situation?
Yeah, they're gonna roll a history check to figure out how much they.
I mean, I could tell them everything if they want to.
You could tell them everything. Make an insight check to see how much immediately where like I have no idea what this is, or I know exactly what this is and who you are.
13.
Can
13.
anyone see this?
And yeah,
Oh,
you're all
God,
stealth.
yeah.
Well.
Can I fucking do an insight?
Yeah.
Like looking like between like little slats of wood and stuff, and like, oh no.
I'm gonna put my head out. Are we good?
No. No.
They were covering you up.
No, don't. No, you're not doing. They're stealthing.
You just see a hay barrel with a head sticking out of it.
Okay.
Dyanna and Taxes, you both clock right now. This person knows exactly who you are, exactly what this is.
Yeah. Does it look like they're about to run off and tell masters, or they?
They look stunned into standing still, like they have no idea what they're about to do next. They are waiting for either courage to return to them or an idea to form in their head beyond. These are the rapid riders. These are the rapid riders.
Very deer in headlights right now.
Yeah.
Do you know who we are? Who I am? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Do you fucking know who?
I didn't know Cora was in this campaign.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Is it my fame or my infamy?
You're. Please don't kill me.
Oh. No. I'm not gonna do that unless this goes really badly.
God, I'm so happy I'm asleep.
Yeah. Me too.
Start coming down.
No. This is like, what? Are you serious? This is. Are you actually
late.
serious?
Too late.
What the
no.
hell?
I already poked my head out.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
This was a one-person thing.
Because I need one.
Someone can wake you up.
Still asleep.
What? Why? Now it's an issue. Okay.
It was already an issue.
No, this is not an issue. We're just having a chat.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And you would have had sneak attack.
Can I
This
go?
is stressed again.
I'd like to go, please.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
You gonna tell anyone about us?
No.
He's the guitarist. Do you know him?
Can I intimidate?
You can make an
Oh,
intimidation.
for Christ's sake. Oh, we were so
Practice.
close to this not being an issue.
Praxis is stressed again.
7. That's a nat 1.
No, it's a natural. It's 20 actually. I
Oh
got
yes. Frost rune. Yes.
Why?
Right. Oh, you get
The eyes go wide. Wider than they were before.
Dude,
Who would I tell? Am I gonna tell the farmer that works us? We've got no reason to go into town for another week, so we wouldn't be allowed to anyway. So
You're not allowed to go into town whenever you want.
Oh.
no, unless we need to get supplies for the farm, and there's not a bunch needed right
Then-
now.
That's kind of sad,
Farmers.
isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know,
What?
it's the way it is.
Come in.
What races were they again? A good giant.
The one you're speaking to, and the only one who's spoken so far, is a half sun elf, half human. The other one is a giant king, Goliath giant.
Yeah.
Seems to be only, yeah.
Are these guys fully wedged up, or they got a ring?
Wedge. No ring, wedge. They have not been redeemed, they have not been freed.
I speak, brother. I say in giant, the giant king.
He looks up towards you and says, I'm sorry, I don't know what language that is.
Oh. Man. Fuck the Empire.
He looks young.
Oh.
Halai looks so.
Not a child, but
Yeah.
20s maybe.
Halai looks so sad. That's alright.
And do you speak the mother tongue? I don't know what is it.
Common? Yeah.
In Elvish, I say in Elvish to the elf.
Sounds very pretty.
It is very pretty. It is something that is your birthright. You should know. And you know what else is your birthright? is you to go fucking wherever you want, whenever you want. Because you're a living being, and that is your right.
No, I'm less a being. I am less than I am. I'm not human. I can't do that. And
One, you're half human. So you should be able to go to town half the time. At least, right? So, hey, logic. And second of all, that's utter bullshit. Which, by the way, has more rights than you do.
very dejectedly, they repeat something they said earlier. It's the way it is.
Have to be.
Like, hand them another flyer that I have that doesn't have a massive
This one
hole.
doesn't have a pitchfork hole in it.
There's a massive hole in the middle of it.
They read it and it's like,
It is the way it is, but it doesn't have to be.
make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Oh. With advantage? That's
This is
exciting.
everything they've ever wanted to hear.
There's also a +1 from the chat.
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Very
I'm
thanks.
so
much
glad you said with advantage, because the same dice,
Oh my god.
3 times in a
No!
row, 3 times in a row. You know what?
You'll have the worst
What
luck.
this
Dice jail time.
You go to jail.
That dice
Three
will
natural
outrage
ones in a row, one after the other.
Well,
That-
the other one was a 6, which is a 21.
Fuck.
+1.
That's
That's
well,
why
you want it.
I'm
22.
22.
Thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much, Robin. Yes, it does. Maybe.
Cheers, Robin.
Thanks.
Okay.
22.
They read it again. I think I'm
With my other, yeah. So what? Uh, even if you don't do anything, let us do it for everybody else.
They look towards the giantkin. Looks back towards you. I'm not a fighter. I'm a farmer.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, yeah. What do I need to do?
I have no idea.
You don't gotta do it.
I'm assuming Dyanna doesn't say
No,
that.
I didn't say.
I have no idea.
You don't
Okay.
gotta do anything.
Um.
You just never seen us.
The nod.
No. Wait. Actually. Could tell us about the town.
Yeah, we can do that. Or I
Not
can
so it gets you into trouble.
Okay, well, Berg doesn't go much into town, gesturing to the giantkin. But I do. I get, like you said, half human. Some people are happy not to, cause me too much trouble if I'm holding gold. Whereas, even if it belongs to a farmer, they're not happy with him holding it. I mostly go to general store. There's quite a lot of ironwork, anything you need like that's going to be there. There's a really good forge, as you can probably imagine, smelting sort of through the night. That area of town, generally, people don't want to live. That's where the rougher stuff happens, because even during the night, it's loud and it smells for forges there. There's a church, Osden's Glory. Do you know what it is? No, it'd be Osden's Wisdom. No, right, we're at the foot of Osmond's Mercy and we have a church to Osmond. Apart from that, you've got the Bastion, the Lox's own bastion in the middle. It serves as a barracks for the guards as well, but generally most of them live at home. It's usually for the ones that are new on assignment here until they can get settled, live somewhere in town, or they can build houses for them. There's a couple of inns. Generally take all kind of folk, as long as they are free. You know, they've got a ring.
How about a point to my ears? No ring.
If you've got no ring, they're not going to serve you there.
No, I
Maybe-
have no indent either.
Oh, you've got no indent. Oh, then yeah, they would probably treat you the same as somebody who has their ring.
Okay.
Somebody who's earned it or understands it. I never understood it. What else? What could be useful for you? Well, Veloxa spends most of her time either between the bastion or up on the wall itself. Carts come through every day. They get lifted by the cranes over the wall. The mine carts go back over empty. Every day.
Multiple
Don't
times a
stop.
day?
Multiple times a day.
Times?
Yeah. In general, you get more in the evening because they at least let the dwarfs sleep. I know it's not just dwarfs, it's just there's a lot of dwarfs. In the town, trying to see if you put any other buildings in there.
How about people? People go in and out on the crane?
Not for a few months now, since the war ended. Way I hear it, most of the indents made from the cities that surrendered, but the people who wouldn't, are kept there to work their own land in the name of the Emperor. This was just more to keep people away from the home they knew. And soldiers that were practically halfway here already.
Tell me about any of the guards, anyone who in the area who can maybe do some magic, if anyone, or
Go
any
very
priests.
wide.
Yeah, any priests, that kind of thing.
There's a priest at the Temple for Austin's Wisdom. Generally just does holy rituals, things like marriages, funeral rites. There's a big cemetery just off the west side of town. There tends to be a sort of march through there. There's also, I guess you'd call it a cemetery for the indents that don't make it. More than a mass grave, really. They come out in the minecarts. Kenny Everload. Beyond that, they do a little bit of healing if one of the guards is injured in a scuffle. Or injured badly, I should say, something they can't just sleep off. Beyond that, you're not going to find a magic user here.
Okay. Thank you.
What's it like where we live?
What's it like?
Where Sun Elves live? Do we really dance around the forests and sing songs all day?
I guess some do. Some, if you want, then you can. I've not done that. I sing and dance on stage. But my mother did. She grew up in the forest. Totally free, hundreds of years ago. What was that, Sam?
I like forests.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going into town, be careful. I recognized you. There are wanted posters out there. The likenesses aren't great, but if you start throwing flyers around,
yeah. No.
we all heard about what happened to Ben Lysia. There's rumors that you attacked the Hierophant Imperium or something like that in Veron.
What?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did that, wink.
Tried to, but
Really
failed,
attacking
and they repelled you. But it's just rumor. It's just rumors at this point.
So we tried, but then we failed. Sure. Wink.
It's just things got reported to us, and then they went down the chain of one guard told another, and one got drunk in a bar, and that's how it's very unclear. The unreliable narrators when they're that drunk.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's something that maybe you can do on the down low. Spread more rumors.
Yeah. I'll do that. We don't really need to go into town very much unless something's broken and needs repairing. And they look towards the pitchfork. That is nice iron prongs.
Look at how like.
Make a strength check just to see how it's still iron.
I'm not raging.
No, just a strength check.
17.
Yeah, it's not like a thunk as much as it is very
Strong
much bent out shape. No normal person could turn iron without a severe detriment to themselves and burning hands. With your stature, it's relatively easy.
This is grey iron.
Yeah, that's that'll do it.
That was broken.
Hand it to her.
Artie's gonna not be happy about it. Don't intervene. I don't want you to get caught. But then they will send me into town.
Happy about it?
And I can. Oh, Farmer Artie.
I didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
He's a farmer, the one with the fancy crossbow.
Oh, cool. Nice.
He's always like this in the winter. He's just bored. I probably need to get him some more bolts soon anyway, because he doesn't even go and collect them.
Yeah.
We trip over them during the spring when they're sowing and bring them back to him then. They're all rusted, right?
That made me sad.
He's not a very good shot.
That's
does
probably
nice.
a good thing for me.
Big guy, what was your name?
My name is Berg. Sorry I didn't speak. Is that what we speak?
Yeah. Here. I go into my pack and pull out a piece of paper, and I pull out my brush, black ink, and I draw a symbol, blow on it. This is your name. I did his name in giant.
Oh, my heart!
Oh.
Takes it from you, and it's like...
I'm gonna put my hands on his shoulders. You are stronger than you know. You will get the dream.
This way up, or
That way.
that way?
Fuck it. Can I
Fuck
just...
it.
Sorry, yeah, can I just be, like, stealth to be a little, just, like, the side or whatever, and just sat on a hay bale or something without them noticing if I roll an 18 on my stealth check and
Yeah, they're very distracted.
how many. And I've already forgotten the cool thing that I was going to say. I'll just be like, never say that you're just a farmer.
Whoa.
Hi.
Hi.
Says
I-
the gardener.
A gardener. I was a gardener. So
No, he's a badass.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. But
You've
it's like change is coming. We don't want to put you in danger because we're all in danger so often. We're starting to move things, and you guys, when you first started talking, sounded like not that you'd lost hope, you just didn't have it to start with. I didn't have it to start with because I was born in this world as well, and thanks to these guys, I've seen world outside where I was supposed to stay, and we all deserve that.
Our hope was made into a weapon. Our hope was that one day I would see a silver ring through this. That was my hope. I had hope, and it was for all the wrong things. That is all I've known. You're something else to be hopeful about. This, they hold the flyer. This is something else to be hopeful about.
It passes the time. It passes the time of thinking.
Okay. We were meant to get some. We were meant to get some fresh straw for mucking out the animals. That's what we were going to do here before our lives were changed. So,
you do that. You do that. What's your name?
My name is Elva.
Elva.
Elva. E-L-V-A. I was going to make that the giant one, but I couldn't make the elf called not be called the elf.
Still is.
It would be very funny if they switched it.
I know, but I didn't name me. It helped them keep track of who was who.
Oh wow!
It doesn't matter what you're named. You'll own it yourself one day.
And then in Elvish, I will say, Elva of the sun, the forest will be waiting for you, and then it will sound fucking amazing.
It does.
And then I'll translate that for him. And,
My name's Dunstan, but because I'm half Dew Elf, they called me Dewey. Which seems really horrible until someone, which is an important thing to know, human, told me that she had a family friend who was called Dewey, and it was just a name. So I just had to stop thinking about the fact that I'm called Dewey because of what I am, because Dewey's who I am.
Shit, have I been calling you a derogatory name this entire time?
Yeah.
My name is...
Shit!
Oh, no, you haven't. My name is mine.
The name is yours.
Straight.
Also, Dunstan's not a great name, to be honest. Like, you know, it's a bit weird. It's a bit clunky.
An old name. Old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go in your Sylvians.
But anyway, you need to get back so you don't
Yes.
get into trouble. When do you think you'll be going into town? If you do. Yeah.
Once I show him this, the next hour or so.
All right.
Say the cow stepped on it.
Yeah.
He'll still punish me, but don't do anything.
How much?
Oh. Just remember a really important thing. All of this that we're doing the rebellion, I guess, that some would call it. There's no rebellion if you're dead. Okay?
Dude, like when as she says
Nod.
that, because they're looking at Dyanna, Dewey is also going.
Right. Sam, before any of them go, can I do
Yeah.
an insight just see how fucking honest they're being?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Sarah, we're great at indoctrinating. What are you
I'm
talking
just.
about?
I'm stressed. 26.
They're scared, but they don't sound like anything they said has been a lie. You're pretty good at reading people, even from when you're hidden. They genuinely have meant everything they said. How their nerve will hold if they are made to test this, there's no way. You don't think they even know if that would, somebody comes at them with a knife and says, "Where are the rapid riders?" That's a whole other story. But they genuinely have hope that this is going to be a better life for them that you're building. And if all they have to do is do nothing, that's probably what they're going to do.
There's no rebellion if you're dead. Okay? Don't die.
Got it. And they take a load of fresh straw, put it on that wheelbarrow, and take it across to the animal one.
I'm gonna let out a sigh of relief and then
Oh,
look up at Taxes and Garrick, who are obviously gonna be looking at like fucking daggers.
Yeah.
Literal like Garrick has a dagger in his hand.
Yeah.
He's like,
Just
are
like
we killing them?
look up.
I don't want to.
I'm waking Seek up.
he just like throws his... Yeah. Zeke, you are able to recover a long rest, and you are not exhausted.
Somehow you slept through that entire thing.
Yeah.
It was
Sit
quiet.
up and just immediately sit up and just. If you're waking me up, something's happened.
Nothing is fine.
No,
Highlight.
it's okay.
Highlight.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
Gonna-
don't do that again, man.
Why?
Because you scare people.
What's the point?
But it could go either way.
Yeah, but it looked like it was going to go either way.
I was nervous at first, but that worked out. Those guys have hope now, and
Did.
it's not so much.
I'm gonna pick up a bale of hay and I'm literally just gonna fucking throw it with Halide.
He goes with it. He's tired.
The farmer isn't nice. The indents that the farmer has are nice.
Those guys do more farming than he does, probably.
We need
Oh,
to
yeah.
leave.
You three are gonna kill us.
I'm just getting up and just Garrick,
So
Taxes. We leaving?
We're
Yeah.
Oh,
I
if you three want to come along and not get us captured, then sure.
I will relay everything that he just said. Actually, it was some good information, and hopefully they were genuine.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
not
so.
denying you got good information, but they also
What
know
was I
information
meant
about
to
us.
do?
I don't think it was
And not be
her
seen.
choice. She tried to get out of the way.
See? Someone's on my
Have I had the full story conveyed to me, or have I had the cliff notes?
Cliff notes.
Okay.
It was the best result out of a tough scenario. So it's good.
Close your beak. We need to leave. We need to leave now.
What's your shit?
Well, what are we doing?
Going.
Being anywhere that isn't here.
The issue was not Dyanna getting sore, it was Highlight and Dewey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
mate.
will.
Why?
Okay, because Highlight, you always say that I'm the face, so let me be the face. If my face and my name is out there and you guys aren't, then that's fine. They are hunting for one sure person, right? Not everybody. Dewey, god damn it, they didn't even know your face all that well. And now you're plastered everywhere. Okay?
Okay.
You're sneaky, or you can hide for a reason.
Okay. Alright.
Didn't get a choice in being seen there. You two did. And you made the choice
I'm
to
literally
be
just gonna be
seen.
like,
I was not in
You
any
two
danger.
you two chose to be seen.
Yes.
I'm gonna pick another hay bale up and throw it at him again. It's like, you
Highlight
fucking
doesn't move.
moron.
Highlight doesn't move this time.
It's like,
You
fucking
chose to
moron.
leave evidence of the flyer.
Yes, I did. It
I'm also
didn't
gonna pick
go
up
my,
a
it didn't go my way.
small amount of hay at her as well. It's like, you
That's
fucking
no
morons.
It didn't go my way, but I know I can talk myself out of almost any situation.
And I can beat myself out of most situations.
But
Like-
that's not what I wanted in any, even if things went the absolute worst, those two were not gonna be hurt. Okay?
By the time, if the
I'm so
farmer,
sorry.
What are you
He
laughing at?
It's fine. I can beat myself out of any situation. It was said so innocently, and I caught Sam's face, and as soon as I was gone.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're children.
I'm very sorry. I really tried to hold that in.
wow. Look,
Carry on with the drama.
Yeah.
if the farmer eventually finds, like by the time the farmer finds that flyer, even if he does,
He wouldn't have.
like, we will already
You put
have
on top
done.
of the fish fork.
Yeah, well,
like-
it was, I was betting on them finding
yeah.
it because he is off
The
doing
indents would be the
his
only ones to find.
shit, and he's not gonna come in here.
What I mean is now they've got it.
Okay, work.
If the farmer finds it, by the time that happens, we're already going to have moved on. We'll already have got into the past the steel wall. So he'll get a flogging for it. But it doesn't necessarily, finding the flyer doesn't necessarily mean that we've been here.
And now we
Okay.
have some allies. And the worst case scenario was that they know my face and they know nobody else was here. Yeah?
We usually travel as a group.
Yeah, usually. But you guys were hidden.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And
But
I can as well convince people that you weren't here.
And they can also just decide everything you say is a lie. They
Uh-huh.
found that you're a criminal, they can just decide that.
Yeah, they could.
Halite, we are criminals.
Yeah.
Also, what is it that she keeps saying?
So
You
rebellion
literally-
then.
You literally put yourselves in harm's way. With no cause.
yeah.
No thinking, no planning,
Yeah.
just emotion.
I
Now, can we-
understand why.
Now, can we please have this conversation as we leave?
Yeah.
I agree. No point sticking around it now. Things happened. Let's go. Get your ship. Zeke, Halite, are you still going to look for his passive mountings, or are you going into the
think so.
prison?
Any of you actually able to get up and over that wall?
Hallie raises his hand.
I'm pretty good at climbing.
I can also
Try
chuck.
it.
I can also
I mean,
chuck
I'm
people.
It looks like this side of the wall there's stairs, but they will be guarded.
Yeah.
I can make a few of us invisible.
They did say They did say that there was no magic people. Okay, so I would like to bet that on our magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
I can also give someone my climbing. The walls don't look that high. I can just climb them.
okay, how many can we make invisible?
Garrick pipes up as well and says, I think I can do some as well. You can make 4, okay. How many can we do?
Hell
They
of a
think
job,
to
though.
themselves. Yeah, I'm going to do something exactly like it for a little while.
Could do 4, but I'll be tired.
Between them, they can definitely do the rest of it.
If they have the same spell as me,
Just
no,
invisibility, and they can cast it at higher levels to get more
I got
people.
the fifth level. I can do 4.
So Garrick can do himself, but not any more than that. And then 4th level spell slots. So invisibility can do 3 people. So vexation can do 3. Garrick can do themselves. So they can cover another 4 in total. So you could do everybody.
God.
Okay.
Visible riders.
Is it concentration? How long does it last for?
It's concentration.
I have to concentrate on it.
An hour.
So much so that it disconnected him from the internet.
It's concentration for an hour.
Before I disappeared, before I went invisible.
Yes.
That's how we do it. We just...
Then, and how far away do we think it currently is in terms of a walk, Sam?
Few miles, maybe 4 or 5 miles. Probably less than that, to be honest.
As we get closer, I have the ability
to get to the cliff wall. Probably only like 2 to 3 miles.
To the steel wall.
The steel wall, you have to. Yeah, it's only about a little blip. I'll put you back onto the big town map.
As we get closer, remember I've got a magical ability to help conceal us.
Yeah, that's just about snow footprint.
It makes it like what I can do. Like if you follow what I do, it'll make us harder to spot as well as track.
Listen, nothing's going to happen right now, so let's get our stuff, get out of here, make sure we don't leave a trace.
Okay.
Get out into the snow, avoid this angry farmer with a crossbow.
Very nice crossbow.
And a dog could probably sniff us out.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, when he goes one way, we'll go the other. And as you start packing shit, we are going to take a quick break so that we can eat and get coffee or drinks or both. Cool. See you guys in a bit.
Bye.
We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rapid Riders, our long-form campaign. We are rejoining our party as they are vacating this barn on this farmstead. Getting ready at least to move their stuff and go. The party have plans of how they're going to get into this prison or how they're going to make ready their escape afterwards, scouting off into the mountains. Let me know what's going on, guys. Who's going where, with who, and how.
Okay. I will explain that I can talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? I can do a spell called Locate Object, which if I know something that's on you, I can find you. It's like a GPS.
You know my
Well,
headband.
what's GPS?
Don't know.
And well, what are these satellites that you talk of?
I don't know.
General positioning
Satellite
stuff.
Wow. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna look around and be like, well, Zeke has his necklace. Dewey has his band. Taxes, you have your hood. Highlight.
I mean, my guitar,
Yeah.
or my axe, or my other axe, or my other axe. What am I?
Yeah, any of those. Vexation.
I've got my headband. I know we've already got one headband.
That's okay. It's a different.
Got my
colour.
flute. Flute as well.
Flute. Yeah. Garrick.
I know the daggers, but there's going to be a few
You
daggers.
gonna get rid of those, maybe. If you get caught, that's the first thing they take.
If I can find them.
Not wrong.
Just find his butt plug.
Yeah, that's
No one can find that.
wedged deep inside.
It's not where you thought it would be.
Oh god.
In front of the anal beads, but
family
behind
show.
everything else.
Gerbil's in there somewhere. I haven't seen him in days.
Well, so long as he's got plenty to eat.
Does he have like a backpack or anything on him? For Christ's sake.
You could
Yes.
you could do it. You
Right.
could do his weird hair clip, pull it, so it's all his hair goes down.
Shakes his head loose.
Your hair is so long.
It shimmers like morning dew in the sun.
It does. Is that sweat?
You need a shower.
That's so pretty. Okay.
We all need a shower.
Stop. Stop it. Don't do that.
I give him back his hair clip.
Don't ruin this for me.
The laborious process of hairclip. Yeah. It means pin.
Yeah. Anyway, no. I will. I'm gonna fish out the smutty smut book
Mm-hmm.
and be like, there you go.
I'll
This
hold
in
on to
your
it.
bag.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't lose the most important object of this campaign.
Do not lose that. I want it back later so I can read it again.
You already read that book before.
Yes. I have
It's
read
really
it
for
once or
reread.
twice in the last 50
Yeah.
years.
Once you know the ending, it changes the whole way you read it.
Oh my god, yes, it does. But then every time you read it, something new just crops up, you know?
Like you never noticed it before.
I
Like you
know.
definitely should have noticed it.
I know. And then, in like, you can like interpret their emotions in different ways. Oh
My
my
loves, we kind of are needing to. We need to run.
Yeah, I never.
We will talk
I
about
never,
smut.
Okay, sorry, yes.
I never really understood the ending.
My god, I love the book. And we move on.
You hats are so weird.
No spoilers, honestly. We just started.
No spoilers. Everybody's got to read it. And I explained it to you once, Alex. Damn it. Ah.
I don't want to read about heterosexual people having sex.
Oh,
It's not always heterosexual.
It's not. There's a few other things in there.
I've
as
got to
well.
that chapter.
It's great.
But change Zeke's face actually changing.
I know. And also, I'm not het. Shush.
Anyway, let's leave.
Revelations. Let's go. Okay, are we going into town or are we going in?
We have the path into town because we'll be able to go with those indents potentially.
Okay. We'll go with them and we'll do pass without trace, yeah?
Yeah.
If that's what you so wish, then yes, yeah, Dewey can do that.
And are you two going off into mountains now, or are we going to town first?
There's a big mountain in town.
Fair enough. Too big, too small. I get it.
No. Okay.
There's also a big mountain. It's going to take a while.
Okay.
Okay, so Taxus and Dewey are going all in.
Yeah, we're going through the town to the prison area.
Okay, and Vex, are you going with them or are you coming with us? Or are we?
Where am I going to be? Because if we need to get invisible, I need to be nearer people to do it.
You're better with them.
As
I'm
in,
just gonna...
like, what are we? I can disguise myself. Am I going in with you guys, like, or are we going invisible and sneaking in?
So the indents will be going in. Dewey isn't going to be able to hide that wedge unless we got some really good disguise kit going on. We have our rings. They're painful to take off, and getting them back on again is difficult. Not something you can just slip on and off well. So if you're going in disguise with Taxes as this new logistics person, then potentially all of us stick with the other indents, maybe just outside, I don't know. Maybe that just gets us through the door with, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, we came to fix this, we work for the farmer, and then we're just in the town and we don't get questioned from that point.
So 2 humans and 3 indents? Or a human and 2 indents? Or human and an indent and 3 of us hide, like, can we get in hidden?
Probably, that's the only real checkpoint I could see. And you know what? They probably would have given this information as well. The indent, but as you're questioning about the town, people get stopped at the walls to check that they're on the up and up. But as you're leaving and inside the town, you're probably not going to get, unless you're very obviously like an indent going around completely on their own without a purpose. Once you're through the wall, they're not going to berate you. Getting inside the town is for stop. What are you doing? Okay, in you go.
Okay, cool. Into town, fine. Yeah, we'll 3 indents and 2 humans. Yeah.
So you two are going to go in. Tax collector, another human, or logistical person, another human. We will wait outside for you. Just hang around the area, look busy, and then shit goes sideways. Send us a message of some kind. Otherwise, we'll wait for you to go out and follow you. And if you sort of tell us to follow you as your retainers, then we follow you up to the prison as all together.
Take the monkey.
Okay.
Who's
take
mountain crew or
mountain crew? Take the monkey.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab Scar by the scruff. Let's go. Stop being so angry. Stop being so intimidating. You're now part of his flock until you get told otherwise. Understand?
I imagine
even in the scruff, just to make full eye contact with two.
Even though crows can't, it rolls its eyes like, ugh.
Bit of a rolling of the eyes, but also it looks like it's going to enjoy this in some other way.
Oh no!
In your head, you hear, "I do as I'm commanded."
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Dewey, gonna get you to hold your arm out.
Yeah. What do you?
And then just gonna put Scar on it, and it's like,
Talons just dig a little bit in.
Hey.
And the second I see him do that, I'm gonna grab him by the beak and just twist him, and it's like, he treats you nicer than I do. Be nice to him.
just very slowly the beak turns towards Dewey until it's just like half cocked. But can't really smile. But it's close.
He's terrified of Scar.
If you see his eyes change, then it means that we need to talk.
Okay. Okay.
I kind of look at Milo, who's on my shoulder, and he's like, you gonna treat me like that? I'm like, no, that's fucking fucked up. You're my fucking monkey, boo. And we
You fist bump.
Dewey, straighten your back. It sense of weakness.
And then he could
Straighten my back, but I'm still trembling.
and he goes to run down my arm and whoop, jumps on Zeke's shoulders.
Cool. It's less of a leap so much as a drop from your arm to Zeke's arm.
Yeah, it's a good 2 foot down.
Yeah.
Like wee spider monkey.
Milo will be like fist bump.
Fist bump. And I'm just going to turn to Scar and go, see? You weren't so much about an asshole, I would do this with you.
You
Hates everyone.
you know what I am.
I know what you are.
A crow.
I'm gonna hold my fist out, and a weird ghost hand comes out with a lamp. Or whatever the ghost lamp does. I don't know, Sam. What's up to you?
Yeah, you summon a mage hand and just this spectral golden hand. Oh.
I have 13 of those on my neck, and yours is still creepier.
I don't know how many's in here. I shake it.
Was it like a box of fucking Tic Tacs?
Sounds like it.
In a way.
A 1,000 or so souls that rattle around.
Let's go into town with the indents that we met.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yes, you watch from a distance the farmer is broken, and there's it's not a slap so much as a hand grasp on the shoulder, like shaking as the indent is head low. Elva, take it into town, you know what to do, and they reach into a pouch at their side, fumble out, and give him a few silver pieces. Yeah, you know what to do, blacksmith. Go on. Fucking useless. And then he retires to farmhouse, dog in tow, a few birds strung up by their feet in his other hand. The indent looks around, makes eye contact towards the barn, shrugs his shoulders and nods, and then begins making their way into town. So, party are splitting, with Halite and Zeke going other way up the mountain to try and find this mountain pass. With that, can I say we start that with a survival check? You're trying to find a hidden path through the mountains. No, it's not a hidden path so much through the mountains, but as much as a way through the mountains. But guards have been and taken indents before, but it is winter. There are no tracks. They are covered in snow.
I'm going to assist Halite.
Yes, I think that's a good plan. This is a mountain. You know your mountains.
Know my mountain.
I know my mountain.
15. Not that
15.
well. 15.
It takes you a while because you're looking for where to dip, where to go here. Takes you maybe an hour or so. We're going to jump for time. It's going to be a bit strange here. Before you go, they had to climb over this, and then you move it over and you begin to see the path moving towards it. It's going to take a bit to stay on track because everything's covered in snow and there's not like a nice path so much as a way through. But the first roll is a success. It just takes you a bit of time.
How much snow?
As you get higher into the mountains, it gets colder and it stays without melting. This point, Zeke, behind you is going through your trail. If not, they would be up to their nose.
Alright, Zeke. You gotta stay quite quiet here and try not to disturb whatever you got. Whatever. Don't try and disturb anything that you don't need to. You don't want to cause an avalanche or something.
Literally just the extent of the full length of the arm, just thumb up. That's it.
Milo is currently taller than you, yeah.
That's fine. I if the monkey gets cold, it can have my scarf.
Oh,
The monkey
Back.
is cold.
The monkey gets my scarf.
You can probably wrap it around both of your necks and him being on your shoulder. It works. Down at the base of the mountain, the other squad roll up. The indents are with you at this point. The guards at the front say, "Balt, who are you? What are you doing?" And Elder goes, "We're from the Mark farm. We have we need repairs for this tool. They gave me the silver. And the rest of you work for Mark Farm as well?"
Yeah, I will make sure I. Yeah.
I would say if you want to retcon, say I cast a spell on
Yeah.
something.
Do we have? I guess we have to look. We have to look like. Do we? Do we want to be
Past
invisible
Hilltop
now?
Trace to get in.
Some of you can be invisible to get through here.
I will make myself look like an indent.
Okay.
I will choose Verbolg.
Okay. The pair of Garrick and Vexation say, "Yeah, times are tough. Not a lot of work to be done, but what meager coin we can, we're pleased to be able to contribute,
I have used disguise kit to make myself not look like I normally do. To scruff myself up a bit, make myself look a bit tattier.
They definitely give a side eye to Garrick, like, just a farmhand. They don't look like those aren't calloused hands and hard work and everything. But the persuasion of Vexation seems to draw attention away. Can you make a persuasion check, just as the rest of the party, please, as you are taking the lead there, Dyanna?
Jesus Christ. Persuasion. 21.
21. Yeah, this is what you are good at.
It was another 8.
8. Okay.
Insane.
See that you get the tool repaired, and welcome to Burrafirth. They move you through, go back to this slightly more shielded from the cold wind. Up this high on this sort of foothill in the mountain, there's a bit of a bite to the wind that's coming through here now. There's winter air. If you don't keep wrapped up warm, like Dyanna is, it catches and it really does hurt, especially if there's like snow whipping at it. But once you're through the walls, there's a bit of a break from that side wind here. You are inside the town of Burrafirth, a lot of you.
How weird does it look inside a fully empire town? Actually, one that essentially has been made because of a mining town.
Yeah, it's a bit strange because obviously you can see some of the houses are older than the others. The ones that look newer are clearly using some new stone that has just been quarried from the mine. Like they're using the resources they have. A lot of stone, like the road is cobblestone. There are little stone walls everywhere. Buildings are mostly stone with what looks like rather than any kind of clay tiles on the top, it's like cut slate. What wood is used sparingly, and you imagine most of it's inside as support pillars and the sort of structure of the place. But it's not long traveling through before you see a sort of central plaza-ish area. You are looking at the back of a tall statue that all of you have lived in the Empire long enough to even recognize Osman from behind. See the long robes, the open arms. You see what must be this bastion on your left, and you see just a B for bastion. And also what looks like a warm inn with horses tied up outside. As you're travelling up, you see there is a cart laden with goods making its way through the town, clearly having descended the winding road up to the prison. You'll watch it as they go past, and a group of, as all they care about, indents just on their way. The two indents that are with you, the farm indents, we're going to take this to get repaired, otherwise they're going to question why we have a pitchfork and we aren't doing our job.
Okay.
They probably won't ask too many questions on the way out if you don't make too much of a fuss. I don't know what your plans are from here. Good luck. And they depart.
Okay. Now what?
Okay.
So the plan is me, Dewey, towards the prison area. Try and find another way in for you guys.
Yeah. How many indents would it be like not suspicious for taxes to have?
Make a history check.
And get this out of jail. Do they behave?
No.
No. No. It rolled off of a 1 onto a 7. Hang on. What's that?
Count your blessings, I guess.
It got confused. It thought it was a 1.
13.
13. That's enough to know that the sort of status you have would depend on, would give you, number of indents wouldn't be surprising. Whether they'll be all acting around you as retainers at any one time, probably not. 13, 3 to 5 around you would probably mean you're a person of quite high importance, which a well-educated human woman might be. It's a lot.
There's a lot. Or do
This
you have
is a well-educated
3?
human woman.
Yeah, do you have 2 indents and 2 invisible people?
We can keep that up for an hour.
Work. I mean, if we're taking, are we getting a cart up there? Or are we walking up there?
Are we asking at the Bastion saying we have permission to go up, or do we just walk up there?
It would probably make sense, wouldn't it, to speak to someone official before just walking up to the gates, unless you want to pull you're that important that you just think you can rock up and on purpose. I've seen important Empire humans do that. They could probably do it casually, but they do it like that as a power thing. So I don't know. But if we want to try and avoid too much attention, maybe going to the Bastion and being like, we're doing this.
Yeah. Or is it 2 humans and 3 indents? Is that normal?
2 humans and 3 indents, yeah, that'd be fairly
Should we do
well
that
to
then?
do, but not super rich.
Well, should we do that?
I can't remember whether I had my thing muted or not, but can I have disguise kitted myself?
Yeah.
And not look like Dewey, in case they've seen plenty of posters or whatnot.
Yeah. And Vexation, they're essentially hired retainers because they have their rings, but yeah, rather than calling them indents, just hired retainers as you basically you own Dewey, is how you disguise it, but you are paying the other 2 a meager sum.
Okay. Would I need to do a check now for it, or would it be like when I encounter people I have to do a check?
It'd be more, like a performance check in general.
Okay.
Cool. Okay then. 2 humans and 3 indents.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Looking around the town, do we see posters of ourselves?
Make a perception or investigation.
Amazing. Oh, hey! That's not terrible.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, 17. God damn it,
17.
Phil. I didn't get a 1.
Both of you
Sorry.
see plastered on the side of the inn are many posters. I mean, natural 20 might get something special, but you both spot there are wanted posters of what look like you up there. I think the addition would be that Dewey, you see another one offering gold in exchange for information leading to your capture. It's not a small sum of gold; it's 100 gold pieces.
I don't look like that, do I?
Yeah, I don't think I look like that either. They didn't get my eyes right.
Some of you have been seen. Some of you have descriptions of you.
I mean,
I was
definitely.
going to say, is my hair of me in the mullet?
So I believe you were seen in that first fight in episode 1. So Tebby knows what you look.
Yeah. She definitely knows what I look like. I don't.
And you've not changed
myself.
your appearance drastically since then.
The only
Well,
person
I have since. Like at the start, I was like, nah, but I have since. I have like longer purple hair. I've taken all my piercings out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It looks like the old
Way
you.
different.
Definitely. Yeah.
The only person who doesn't have a picture is Taxes. That's a description.
Yeah.
Taxes has basically just a description. Their picture is a human, well, looks like a human in a hood with just like dark eyes peering out from behind it. They don't know your name. They might have heard your alias through asking the crowd, but nobody knows your real name. They
got that one right.
Not hard.
Woman referring to themselves as Taxes.
Ah, nice. Is Dyanna quite accurate?
I mean, as much as an artist can be in a situation where they need to make lots of copies, printing press technology is early.
Nice.
And blurry in many instances, but
is this like it's in the middle of the town, like?
Yes, yeah, this is basically on the side. This is on the side of the tavern. Everybody who goes to the tavern sees this.
I definitely can't put a propaganda leaflet right on the.
Oh, don't do that. Please
Right
don't do
over
that.
the top might be it.
Wait until we're leaving the
certainly
town.
try.
Wait until we're leaving the town.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
I mean, like
Phil, you are muted.
If we get a chance on the way out, sure.
Look at
Not
Ben's
on the way
puppy
in.
dog eyes. You can't do that to them, not again. Not twice in one
Hey,
session.
you guys fuck up my
Ben,
stuff.
it's fine. We're not there.
You're
It's
not
fine.
there.
We're not there, Ben.
Good Christ, you do fuck up my stuff.
Okay. So, are you going straight up there in a we are here, we are important energy, or are you going to Bastion to introduce yourselves for an escort up there?
I feel like we should introduce ourselves. Yeah.
Perfect. There's a bit of familiarity. As the Blade family, you went into a building quite similar to this. There is a clerk there. The indents can come with you, or the indents and free folk, or lesser folk, can either come in with you, wait outside. But there is somebody there writing a ledger. They are decked in quite a lot of steel armor. They look like they might be one of these steel wall guards, the steel wall that Osasris was placed. A big heavy shield sits at their side. They are not currently wearing it because they don't need it for desk work, but they have it nearby. They look up for a moment from their writing, the quill in their hand, look at it and just... Yes? Hello? You two?
Hello.
Hello? Can I help you?
I'm gonna look at taxes. Cause...
Yeah. I will reduce the letter that you made. Same. The name is Sapphire. We're here for audits.
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
We didn't discuss.
Weird, I'm Opal.
Wow. Can I be like Ruby?
Do it.
Sapphire and Ruby.
My
Are they
name's
genuinely
Dyanna.
called
Spin-off
Opal?
show.
Are they genuinely called Opal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, my name's Ruby. It's like
You had a name. You had a plan for a different name.
I didn't have a plan at all. I was gonna be invisible the whole time, and now
We
I
didn't have any name.
You were going to be a dwarf indent called Siegfried Steelbeard.
Oh, I forgot that plan.
Yes,
Gone.
but that plan had changed
That plan's
That's plan
changed
many
played.
times.
many times.
Now I'm
Okay.
a human. How old? No.
You're a
Yeah,
human.
I'm a human. I
The
will,
rest we will figure out.
You know what? Now my name's not Ruby because I'm a man. Ruben.
Reuben. Sapphire and Reuben. One day they're going to figure out that these names are puns. But today is not that day.
Today is not the day.
They take the thing, they read it. Oh, thank the Emperor. Okay. Do you want to start? I realise it's not too late in the day. Are you okay? Well, I'll take you up to the wall now. We can start going through the operation.
Yeah.
We've been looking for someone to help with the logistics, honestly.
I mean, the sooner the better.
Okay. Let me. You know what? We don't need a guard. Not like we've got any problems here. Do you want to follow me? Are you okay walking? It's probably better to access the whole thing slowly. It's a long climb, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, whatever's easier.
Okay. I was about to go off of this shift anyway. Drake, and they just wave their hand towards someone else, and you see what looks like a typical Cologneon legionnaire, the sort of standard longsword. So, Drake, you're on desk duty. She's going to want to speak to this one herself. And they nod and go to the desk. They put the quill down on the table. Right, if you follow me. And she leads you out.
Can I do a quick insight to see whether they actually did believe the letter or not?
Yeah, make an insight check.
15, but if they're lying, it will be a 18.
Okay.
Ooh.
I genuinely think that's the lowest roll I've ever seen you do on Insight.
I think it is.
5 short of 20.
The adrenaline of like we are right in the hornet's nest. There's a little bit of like discrepancy to their face. You're struggling to focus on that particular thing, which you're usually quite good at. Even though you're struggling, you are, like I said, a practice expert. Relief was what you got from their face as they read the letter. Beyond that, you weren't able to interpret much else.
That's the important part.
They seem to relax more than anything else. Are these your... is this indent yours? Are these two working for you?
Yes.
Looking towards...
yeah.
I'm trying to be aware,
Okay.
but I'm kind of looking towards the ground. But I would say probably like on the way in, I would have made sure that I've got like Max's like main notebook and any sort of scrolls of paper and things like that I have like visible in sort of like my sort of
Very
side bag.
clever. Make me a performance check. You can have advantage for that idea, because that is very much making you look like a...
Ooh, that's not
logistics.
bad because my performance is probably just +1. So that's probably a 19. Performance. Yeah, 19.
19. Yeah. Even you two are looking, see that they perfectly match the part. You've lived your whole life.
Oh no, that's
Yeah. You've lived your whole life as an indent. You know what to do.
how to avoid a beating.
How to
yeah.
look like one.
Yeah.
Good. Follow us. They can. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else for them to carry. Follow far behind, and they start heading off out the western gate. As you're traveling out of there, there's a look of recognition between the sort of legionnaires on the sort of exit. They don't ask you any questions as you leave, especially not accompanied by one of the steel wall guard. And you see this winding road leading up the side of the cliff towards the prison. We will come back to them as up in the mountains. Can we make another survival check, please? You also have advantage for helping. Milo does her best as well, as you're holding them above the snow.
Sure. I rolled 2 25s.
You did. You've gotten very used to the idea of kick the snow away. That's solid. Don't go that way. Keep that way. You start seeing a more clear path. It's not clear to you, Zeke, but keep going and you keep making good headway.
Halite is a mountain goat. This is his element.
Yes.
Pretty much all I can see is Halite's arse. So, I mean, it's snow and Halite. So just...
You pressed sort of a cliff edge that you've worked, that there's clearly this worn way through. As you overcome this cliff edge, it's about midday. The sun is behind you at this point, and in the distance, you can see the peak that forms Osnan's Mercy.
I look at it.
You can see how you need to figure out a little bit more, but once you get to a certain point, you remember being at that peak. You could sort of make the map yourself from the brilliant survival roll you did on the way down here, on the way down after your spiritual journey.
Zeke, when I came down from the mountain, I gave you a map. When I was up there. Could you hand it to me a sec?
Thump underneath the snow. I'm just gonna start. I don't have many scrolls, but every scroll that I have is just gonna go thump.
Thanks.
If it's the right one, then great. If not, then I'm gonna take it back and then pass out another one.
No, it's not my. No, there you go.
I'm actually gonna interrupt here. You pull up scrolls. You're handing them up. At a certain point, they stop being received. You look up, and Halite's eyes are blood red. Halite, you feel your body. You feel yourself exit your body as you are being handed scrolls and parchment. You feel yourself turned around, looking back towards the mountain. You can see your body behind you as you go, as the bright sun of midday grows darker and darker.
How dark is it?
There's nothing but the mountain.
I'm going to start moving towards it.
You drift through the space towards the mountain. Faster. Faster. You're not just moving, you're being pulled.
Tell me what you want. I want to help you.
There is this anger, as always, for Red. Trapped.
Is anger all you know?
Want. You see an image in your head swimming before your eyes. Do we have that image, please?
Oh no. Another one. Oh shit.
Want to be free. you see this swirling red above the mountain.
How? How do I get to you?
As you say that, you feel this thing completely envelop you. You lose yourself. Zeke, you watch as Highlight falls to their knees, and out of their mouth is a voice that is not their own. Vormirik di Ertnish Garanox, Jakoniv Ekes Erglania, Persveklet Karg Vivai, Ikesinaktia Vivai. Highlight, you are back in your body, the red leaves your eyes.
I just double down over.
Yeah, literally immediately catch him. He's like, okay. And then immediately go into the ring that is like my smart elf friend.
My smart elf ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to go, please. Did you understand that? None of the animosity that was there last time. Literally purely like respectful, like what just happened.
Make me a charisma check, as we said. Like when you're trying to summon them forth, you draw on the pact. Make a charisma check.
I feel like even in this pretty cold weather, Highlight's sweating.
Only a 12. It's almost a 20, but it's only a 12.
You're not able to manifest them, to see them. They're not able to explain much. But in this moment, some of it is translated for you.
Shit. Does Highlight know he said that? Does he hear the same words?
Highlight did not hear those words.
Okay.
Highlight's mind was consumed for a moment. They were not even themselves.
Right.
He essentially blacked out. They say, I couldn't hear all of it. What I could hear, Song of War shall return her to Orglania. In flame and fury, to enact my fury.
Thank you.
It was... And then they are gone.
Yeah. As a person.
Yeah.
As my play character.
You heard Orglania. That was the only thing that you could make sense of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You okay, bud?
I blacked out.
Yeah. Has that happened before?
Yeah, well, my mum kicked my ass.
Sorry, 1 second, guys.
There's only thing left is like a pounding headache that's quickly receding. The cool air on your head is really helping, and within, like, you can feel it's going to go within a minute, but at the moment, it hurts to move your head too much.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab him and just kind of like put him into the resting position, so his head is on my lap. Just grab some ice and just cold pack it. Just okay. Relax.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm not crazy.
You were just talking to me in a voice that wasn't yours.
Well, I didn't say anything.
You definitely did to me.
What'd I say?
Yeah. I don't even know what language it was.
What'd it sound like?
Anger. Pure, unadulterated anger.
So angry. All the time.
Is that your secret, Cap?
Always angry.
Okay.
Like I said, the amount is weird.
Gonna keep Cole packing. Just relax.
I think I'm good. It's gone.
What time of day is it, Sam?
I knew.
All right, we're making camp. Let's have some lunch.
Sam, as out of body experience,
Mm-hmm.
did I manage to see the rest of the path of where the?
You know what?
Or was I too preoccupied?
Make me a retrospective. You would not know. You were not thinking about that.
Okay, fair enough.
They were not drawing your attention to that. They were drawing your attention to them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something under the mountain.
It's okay. Well, that's a problem. Hopefully for later.
No, man. I'm pretty close. It's never done it while I was awake before.
So I'm gonna make a small. How far away are we from the town and the prison?
At this point, traveling half a day up mountain, but making good headway. I'm going to say you're good 5. No, up mountain as well. Good pace. It's got to be somewhere around 9-10 miles.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a small fire then, just to clear a little space for us to sit around. When you've been awake,
Yeah.
Hal,
What?
friends, what have you been keeping from me?
I didn't. Everyone's always been so preoccupied. It only started happening recently.
I'm just gonna grab some snow and just throw it out, like not a full snowball, just some general snow, just like.
Powder.
Oi. What we do, we're here for each other when we go through things. If you don't tell us you're going through something, we can't be there for you.
I know.
You don't have to be strong for everyone.
I don't plan to be. It's just. I don't know what to say.
Then talk, you gigantic asshole.
Talk about weird, evil-ish redness in the mountain. Sorry, I should be doing Hallett's voice.
Has it only been happening since you've been up the mountain?
It first happened when I got to the peak.
What did you see? Or what did you hear?
Describe it. That's the problem. It doesn't have a form. It's just
What did you feel?
anger.
Anger like you feel
No.
on our behalf?
No. Just
So
more overwhelming.
So not anger, but rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rage, anger, betrayal. I don't have my notes with me, so I can't say the other buzzwords.
An overwhelming sense of being trapped.
Trapped. It is a lot like the crowd, now that you mention it, but more intense. Distilled, even. Older. I told Relic about it. He was the only one I could think of. He could read my mind. He could see it like I can.
When it's happened, where has it happened?
When I'm asleep. First time it's happened when I've been awake. Maybe something closer?
Is it only when you've been near the mountain?
No. It happened in Albany.
What happened then?
Took me back to. I was falling so far, like a dark hole. It wasn't just a hole. Some parts of it, fancy carving, some natural bottomless pit. And then pulled me out of the mountain. It was chasing me. I don't know why. It's not. But once it's free. Free of its prison. Because it got betrayed by someone. I can't tell bad or not.
If it's
Or just-
imprisoned, then it doesn't matter whether it's bad or good. It's dangerous. You
What do you
don't
mean?
Whatever it is, it's strong enough to be able to send you images and project its voice through your mouth without you knowing it. If it's so much of a danger that it needed to be imprisoned, then most people's first instinct is to kill it. If they couldn't kill it, then that means that it's especially dangerous.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but from now on, you tell me when this happens. Even if I'm asleep, even if I've just been on watch. You wake me and you tell me. Okay? We're in the... I'm gonna again grab some snow and just throw it at him. Just, oi. Brothers?
What about the others? Want me to tell them too?
No, brothers.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, always.
Then you talk to me about it. Always.
Alright. I will. I just.
Good, because I'm getting fed up of throwing snow at you. Or throwing various things at you, honestly.
Getting good at it. Good aim.
You're a massive target. It's not really difficult.
I mean, it's true. Almost as good as Sure Shot down there.
No. Well, hopefully you'll train me and I can be as halfway near as decent as him.
I'm sure he will.
Have a rest.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No. Have an hour. We've got time.
I will. But that's why I wanted to go outside the mine. I want to see if I can get answers from it. Because obviously, being far away from the thing, it's not going to stop it. And I don't know, I feel bad for it. It's angry all the time. It's trapped. It got betrayed.
I mean this in the most loving way possible.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's evil. I don't know why.
Hal, you're a soft touch. Partly what I love about you. But you're not a good judge of character when you see things in pain.
I at least want to talk to him.
That's fine. Just don't do immediately what it asks.
No. Oh,
Again, it's strong enough to literally take over your consciousness.
yeah.
That's something to be scared of.
Oh, it's desperate.
Desperate creatures do dangerous things.
It's true.
There's a reason you don't back an animal into a corner.
True.
Have a nap, get some sleep.
Alright.
I'm gonna wait until he does nap. And I am going to take Scar's possession to try and get basically that I need Dyanna to basically listen in as Milo.
Okay. As we cut way back down the mountain, 10 miles away, the party are ascending this winding staircase. You can see every maybe 500 feet, there are these heavily plated guards, big shields. In each of their hands is a warhammer, and at their sides, Dyanna, you've seen impact grenades before when they were coming for Harding's Rest. As the steel wall line the way up, as you are about to reach the peak of this and reach the actual steel wall itself, Scar, who has Scar at this point? It's
Good boy.
Supposed to be
Yeah.
Dewey, but
yeah, Dewey, with the hood on the shoulder and the supplies. Pet of yours is assumed. As you see, Scar's grip goes a bit lax and their eyes go perfectly white as they're looking towards the rest of the party.
Good. I can't convince them to do anything because I'm too far away. But I'm just hoping that someone will pay attention.
In this moment, as the eyes go white, you are somewhat distracted. You see two large cranes in front of you that are lifting heavily laden mine carts up and over the edge of this distance. You can tell is at least a 20-foot high wall of blackened stone reinforced with steel. You watch as it descends over the wall, and standing nearly directly underneath, a big smile on her face, a fiery red-headed woman in plate armor with a big shield on her side, a warhammer, and multiple of these little impact grenades on her side, follows its path until she's looking towards you with a big smile. Opal, you've got a present for me! And she begins to descend down the stairs. The image I'm going to ask you to do today, Bree,
what's that?
as you see Taskmaster Veloxa stepping down the stairs towards you. We must make you introductions. I'm dying to find out who you are. And on that note, that's where we'll pick up next time.
She's all oxidized too.
Big smiles.
She sounds so friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is friendly.
No.
To the right people.
Yeah. Ooh.
It took me a while to decide on a crest, and a crest that I could make on Hero Forge, and I thought, steel wall with lots of little grey things inside, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good one. Very good.
Very good.
I'm sorry. I get too excited when I hear descriptions of it.
How is everybody feeling?
Warm.
Yeah.
Very good.
I finished my adult beverage to make sure that I'm in line with I'm in line with the Twitch terms of service. And the current happenings of said stream could make me do with more adult beverage.
Yeah.
You know Highlight Secret now.
Mm-hmm.
No avoiding that.
Situation, definitely not the
Great.
time to
Here
be
comes the beast
possessed
on the
by
mountain.
something in the mountain.
Where's that floof?
Get
It
your
was a
hands
fluke. It was my cat the whole time.
Cat on the stream, there's a cat on
It's
the stream.
it's the real BBEG.
If it is a cat underneath the mountain, sorry, I'm letting it go. I don't care how evil it
It's
is.
just a cat.
I'm
It's
letting
a
it
big,
go.
angry cat who's trapped inside and wants to get out.
I mean,
Pouring
if
at the door.
if it's a
Pouring at
cat,
the door,
then
turn.
it's probably evil.
It's a cat. They usually are.
Okay, well, next week's gonna be.
Let's go.
Oh, bye, Sam. Bye.
Bye.
No one cast invisibility today, so I guess.
No,
just-
yeah, he needed to do it. Okay.
Welcome back. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was good. That's good. That's good. Set up for next session. Trying to get through the steel wall.
So many problems to deal with.
So many problems. First things first is an insight check. Oh, Lord.
Big smiles.
Everyone.
Is she always happy, or is she happy about something in particular?
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, hey, we've just
Yeah.
walked into...
Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Literally
yay,
into the
look at
spider's
them.
nest. Straight into the spider's nest.
The nest is where she's going to chuck you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
You wanted to go to the vines, right?
Can't
Well.
wait. Well, that's it.
There's a few things. There's a few roles I feel like we're going to open with next time. But yeah.
Don't use that green dice.
Fuck's
Never
sake.
use it again.
I roll it now.
Oh, we're in danger!
No, but we're not rolling. Did it roll really well?
Yeah, it's a natural 20. But bad.
That dice wants to do.
The dice tell the story, and this dice is telling a story of fuck you.
Three natural ones in a row.
3 natural ones in a row.
It led to
It led
it.
to a great story moment.
It was amazing. It was like the best thing.
The dice tell the story. The dice tell the story.
3.
I
What
can
was
start my own cult where we will just worship the dice.
I couldn't disagree more.
Dice.
Yeah, we do worship these click-clacks.
Shiny click clacks.
Sure.
I don't have any.
But yes,
Yes.
thank you everyone so much.
Thank you for
joining us.
watching.
We just got raided.
Oh, no, it
We have to
just
keep going.
Not fair. I was about
Initiative
to raid
order.
you.
Thank you.
I was about to raid you. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, the initiative order. We were
Hi,
about
initiative
to raid
order.
you.
Raiding us. We go raid
Well,
you.
I know.
We could do a bit. We could make that natural 20. What would you do with that
I don't
natural?
know.
What would you do?
Turn handshake.
No, I'm not handshaking anybody.
You think about that.
Yeah. You
no.
have. Yeah. What?
No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I was to say, you guys have kind of. We're wrapping up as well. Kind of missed us a bit. But yeah. What were you gonna say, Sam?
say there were checks that I wanted to make straight away that didn't naturally fit straight into the conversation. that's about to happen. It's almost like bullet time. A few things are noticed at once. So you could
guess my. I said it insight. Is she
Yeah.
being weird? Yeah.
you
Like, is
you
she
immediately
happy
get
to see us because she's a happy person? Or is she happy to see us because she knows exactly who we are? We've just walked into her den.
On a natural 20, you get the impression this woman always wears a smile.
Yeah.
And you get the impression it's almost like the way that you hold a mask, but she doesn't anyone want to know what she's thinking, but you're able to see past that. She's not got any particular reason to be happy. She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't know why you're here. But she has guests, and that's a distraction, and that's something. It's almost like watching a cat play with their food.
So she
But
does.
it doesn't know of your food yet. You're here for a reason. You're being escorted by a guard, but you're not in restraints.
We're a toy one way or the other.
Yes, your distraction or your food, and either way, she's smiling. But I would say on a natural 20, you don't think she knows. Oh, you're the Rapid Riders. That's not something she knows.
Ideal.
Taxes. Can I ask you to make an investigation check? I'm going to say with your passive investigation, there's immediately something you're clocking. You do watch Taskmaster as she comes down the steps, but you were distracted for a moment because you were looking at the cranes.
I got 27.
27. Yeah. You were looking at the cranes, there's something that just tugged at your memory. There's something I recognize about this. On the 27, those cogs that are moving, the counterweight system, they look exactly like the cogs that Siege had Split Lick working on. Exactly. You know they're meant to be for this battering ram that can pull back and swing, so maybe it works in the same way that it's a counterweight system. It's not quite how he described it, but he didn't go into great detail. You know for a fact that Siege was here, and Siege saw these things, and that's how Siege got the idea of doing whatever he's doing.
Was Siege an indent here? Do we know that?
He was an indent here.
Yeah.
He was an indent here. Quite possible people in there know him. What you get on that check in this little bullet time thing. And I'm going to make a perception check ask for a perception check for Dewey.
To make a perception check, yep.
Yes, please.
What's that? That's 11, 23.
23. Few things you get. One, all attention is on you. All the Steel Wall Guard are looking towards the Taskmaster and what she's doing. There's maybe 4 of them here. The way they're armed and strapped, you know that this is not a fight that you could win with your current group. So fighting your way out of this is going to be difficult. Running your way out is going to be slightly less difficult if it comes to that. 23, you also notice that they're... sorry, mine's gone. Scar's eyes are white. You clock that in this moment. You know that for a fact. That they are trying to contact you or get Dyanna to pay attention for some reason.
I would say, when, how did we meet the Taskmaster? Sorry, were we going up in one of the cranes?
Yes, you. If you look kind of at your maps, I know that the stream can't see this. You're kind of here. The Taskmaster was here and sort of shouting across.
Sorry.
It's not perfect scale.
Again, my map was in the wrong place. Sorry.
That's okay. T is for Taskmaster. Y is for you guys. You probably made a bit more distance in there before she blocked you. No, go back.
Sorry. Yeah. Did we go up in a crane or did she come down?
No. Nobody went up or down in a crane. so much as she was just watching it overhead. You're both on this side of the wall, and you are always on this side of the wall.
Were we basically we in conversation when Scar's eyes flashed?
Yeah, pretty much. There was no gap.
There's no gap, right? Okay. In that case, I got to wait for a gap because otherwise I'd interrupt someone, and that would be awkward.
Yeah. One moment, I'm just going to go into my familiar. 1 second. Yeah, that's not going to go down. But importantly, it does mean that Zeke is seeing this.
Ah, right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And hearing it.
Sees the amount of guards and stuff like that they are, how fucking well armed they are, and busting out into a fight would be.
How many guards?
We could even potentially. I don't think it's populated yet. It might be. I'm going to save that for next time.
Yes.
Ooh-wee. All right.
Yeah. Because of the stream, I'm going to see that. But you should join us next time, next Wednesday. I think we're still on.
I believe so. Work out how we get past the Taskmaster.
Mm.
And with that, we're going to head over. We're going to raid a little dicey D&D. A little dicey.
Little dicey.
Hope everybody has a good night and they're not too hot wherever you are. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
God is a fraud, so stop.